There it is. I see you, Natasha.
Hi, how
Girl,
are
hey.
you?
Girl,
Yay,
my time
we
is
did
flowing so.
it. Oh my
Well, this
goodness,
is
how
about
are
the
you?
Jots and Tittles of Scribes and Storytellers, Book 3. And I'm here
Yes,
with the absolutely gorgeous and intelligent Natasha Stevens, Dr.
thank you.
Natasha Stevens.
Thank you so much. And we say that when someone gives you a compliment like that, to learn to say thank you, but to also remember, sis, I'm mirroring you. So
Yeah,
we are mirrors of each other.
look at God.
Mhm.
So, Natasha, tell us a little bit about yourself
Okay.
and uh, perhaps give us an idea of your inspiration for joining us on this anthology and writing your story.
Okay. So, my past self, and I still consider myself, I'm a veteran teacher, dean of students, public school, prep school. Um, Used to do a lot for work in ministry and law, a lot of law, and then I transitioned over into writing on other people's stuff, if you will.
Mhm.
And right now, doctor in psychology. I'm getting my second doctorate in biblical philosophy.
Wow.
I am a certified holistic health practitioner, business consultant, executive business consultant. I'm sorry, and also a certified life coach. And I would tell you what my niche is, but I can't right now.
Okay.
But I have a niche. I definitely have a niche. It's being worked out, and I'm helping a lot of people who weren't in my niche statement. So that's just God moving and God doing what he does. What inspired me to be a part of this book is I read your other two and I remember saying, I want to try. I want to try fiction again because
Yeah.
I was literally scared. I was like, but I don't know how to write fiction. And my mother reminded me, yes, you do. That's how you started writing. 6 years old, you just my first little book was The Pepper Seed Birds because
Hmm.
I was in the back seat of the car and I looked up and saw all these birds flying and they were all black and I was like, that looks like black pepper. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I would write all these fiction books and then I stopped and I started, as I said, writing for other people and I felt like I had lost my voice. And
Mm.
so given the space that you gave when you said this is for people who have stories to tell and no place to tell it, I was like, oh, let me beg her. Let me
Yeah.
beg her to be a part of this particular anthology
Yeah, because
because,
I remember you came in after everybody had already don't come in because we normally only have 5 or 6 writers and we have 7. And you came in and
perfection and
yeah,
completion.
you came in,
You
you're like,
know?
I know I'm running late. Can I get in? Yeah, absolutely. Come on in.
Yes, and thank you. Thank you so much for letting me in. And then I was like, oh my God, it's August.
Right?
Right? And so what inspired me to write it was really as you said before, when we have those Kairos moments,
Hmm.
I was coming off of something so traumatic that happened in my family.
Mm.
And I was just like, Lord, I don't have a place to put this. I don't know where to put this. And so I just went into prayer and I said, okay, I'm just going to write. I'm just going to write. Whatever comes out is what's going to come out. But the inspiration for the actual story, Hidden Clauses, is based around the story is based around different Black families who have gone to college, educated, and who have some issues.
Hmm.
And the reason that I wanted to address that is because I looked at my family, I looked at my friends' families, I looked at families that I know from education that have students and kids, and I thought, you know, there's so much sympathy towards the families that seem to not have anything, which we should be. But then there's the other side that no one knows about the people who have just as much trauma, just as
Hmm.
much hurt, just as much pain. And then they go, oh, but they have the means. But just because you have the means doesn't mean that you have the material that you need to make it through what you're
Wow.
going through.
Yeah.
And we have so much church hurt that's out there from all walks of life. It doesn't
Yes.
even have to be the Black experience
Right.
from all walks of life. And we get mad at the leaders, we get mad at the ushers, we get mad at Sister So and so. And I thought about it and I said, that hurt does not start in the building. It starts within the four walls of your home. And then we carry that on with us. And I think sometimes it's unfortunate because I've had kids crying that were bullied because their
Mhm.
parents had an education, and they had all these little secrets, that they couldn't let out. And then now we've sensationalized it and we put it on Front Street on different outlets on social media. Oh, the great insert celebrity has fallen. Oh, they're going through. Oh my gosh, so we get on these gravy trains. And for me, Elder Bonner, it was, let's step back and let's look at the Black families that might have helped build Black America.
Mhm.
Let's look at what they're dealing with. Let's go inside of their lives. Let's go inside of their homes. Let's take off all that celebrity stuff and
Yes.
let's take a deep look at the trauma that's there. And how do we heal from it? How do we move forward? And so I like the characters. They're very interesting people.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I kind of left the readers on a cliffhanger, so
Yeah.
don't hurt me for that.
Mhm.
Don't be upset. But I've got something coming. I got something coming.
Yeah.
But it was more just, all of this hurt and all of this pain that we carry into the workplace, not just the church. It comes from somewhere.
Yes.
And some of us deal with it okay, and some of us hide it.
Mhm.
We are good at hiding our pain,
Yeah.
especially women, right?
Yes.
And so the two main characters in the book, the two sisters, they are women with scars
Mhm.
and they've been hurt and they each have a story and they each have a vision of what their family looks like. And so we look at all these, cute selfies and ussies and all this other stuff, the family, the matching Christmas pajamas, and everybody's
Right.
smiling. And we're like, oh, their life is so wonderful. Let me go get some matching Christmas pajamas so I can take a picture too. And it's like,
Right. Right.
you don't know what's going on in that house when they get home.
Yep.
So
So,
that,
I feel that a lot of the best stories are those that have a hint of truth to them.
amen,
The
amen.
best fiction is usually the ones that have a little hint of truth. They're based out
Hmm.
of something. They didn't just pop
Hmm.
out of nowhere.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And and my cousin, he ordered, I don't know, 10 copies. And I said, you sure you want to read this book? You
Yeah.
sure? You sure you want to read this? And so, when I reread it, I was like, oh gosh, how much is that is my family and how much of our business did I put on Front Street? But it mirrored so many other families. It mirrors, so much. But yes, definitely a hint of truth in
Yeah.
there.
Did you have
It's just going
something
to
that
be.
you want to share with the readers or the our audience?
I read it. I'm just gonna read a little tiny
Okay.
passage, if you don't
Okay.
mind. As I glance towards my self-care book stash, placing them all on a shelf, I decide it is time that I reach for my own journals. I'm not sure what I will find in here, but it's worth a shot, albeit a long one. My name is Gianna Francine LaRue. I never thought that I would have to pull this journal out again, and certainly not for the reasons that compel me to do so now. Just the mere thought of unveiling family secrets makes my skin crawl and my eyes swell from secrets and tears, with enough tears to feed a Category 5 hurricane. But here I sit with the memories of my grandmother Francine and my parents, Miriam and John. No mention of my grandfather appears in the writing, as though he never existed. But oh, how his presence hovers so heavily over all of us. That's all I can give right now.
Whoo! What a start. What a start.
Oh,
And I love
yeah.
your use of language.
Thank you
Your
so
yeah,
much. Thank
your
you.
use of
Thank you so
language.
much. I'm honored.
How can people get in touch with you?
they can, well, right now I'm in the middle of doing some rework. They can find me on Instagram. They can just shoot me a DM, and say, hey, I would like to pre-order an autographed copy, and I will sign it, put a note in it, and I'm adding a gift to it. And
Oh,
yeah, and it's a gift that's not on the market yet, so they'll be the first people to get it.
awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much. So this has been the Jots of Tittles of Scribes and
Yeah.
Storytellers, book 3. And so just so you guys know, we're already taking submissions for book 4.
Oh my.
So
Shall
it's
I not
the
be late
website is
on this
live for
one?
that. So if you're considering writing a short story for an anthology and you have no place to tell your story, consider joining us for that.
Please do.
Natasha, thank you so much. I love you,
Thank you
girl.
so much. I love you too, Elder Bonner. Desiree, yes, big hugs, big hugs. Love to all the ladies, and
All
thank you
right.
for taking this time.
Welcome. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you. Bye, sis.
Bye bye.